David, thanks for your time as always. Let's go into the fitness side of it. Kenny McLean, as he come out of Saturday, he obviously revealed, after the game, the challenge he'd had to make the game. But how is he moving?
Yeah, good. Nearly back to normal, I would say. So we think he will be fine for Wednesday. So no further concerns after last game. Nacho, we will make a late call on him. We are super confident that he will be ready for Rotherham if he can make the matchday squad against Borough. There is a doubt, but for Rotherham we are super confident.
I just wanted to ask you about Fashnak, because it looked like, it was a very heavy pitch by the end there, and it looked like maybe he'd just gone over on his ankle a little bit, and then he came off pretty soon after that, but no issues? No
issues. All good.
Talking of sort of lower limb area, Onel, he's had the surgery now, is that confirmed?
Yeah, luckily he didn't need a surgery. The wound only got washed, and obviously with a few stitches closed as well, but no further surgery where there was the discussion if he needs some plates or screws in his foot as well, but they luckily don't have to do it. Doesn't mean the time frame will be less long, but at the end of the day, Friday everything was done, and now we expect, as we said, 10 to 12 weeks till he is available again, which means the season is over.
Yeah. And just to backtrack, in terms of Wednesday night, no issues at all in terms of the guys who were on duty on Saturday?
No, everyone fine. So it looks like that we have more or less the same squad available for Wednesday.
I'm sure, clearly, you'd have closed down the Sunderland sort of debrief very quickly because the focus turns to Middlesbrough. But just on Sunderland, was it how you felt when you went back and had a look at it, in terms of what you felt standing there on the pitch on Saturday, in terms of what your team did well, what you were happy with?
Yeah, absolutely. So once I've watched back the game, I think the players has done a lot of good things. Obviously, space for improvement always. We really liked how we defended, how high up the pitch we were able to keep our line, force them to longer uncontrolled balls. We very rarely got beaten in the open play. Defended very well, very focused, limited them to clear-cut chances, critical chances, good chances as well. This was good offensively. Yeah, obviously you always love to create more opportunities, but we have to pay credit to Sunderland as well. They were very good drilled, very good set up. We had our opportunities, which unfortunately we haven't used early enough, which then always makes life easier, but that we were still very calm, very focused, didn't rush situations, what you easily can do if it's a game like this. Under the circumstances which we had, I was very happy that the players have not done this. They never lost their head, and obviously they got the reward with this goal and the clean sheet, which was enough to get this deserved win. Now it's over, done, and we look obviously forward to the next one, which is Borough away, a team which I know recent results doesn't look great, but after I've now seen them in all the games, they were super competitive, missed a lot of clear-cut chances where they were able to turn the results. Yes, they defensively gave a few clear-cut chances away with very unforced, easy errors which they made in the past, which sometimes happens. We know this as well if you are not in the best mood, but especially in ball possession offensively, they are a threat. It's a top team, it is, even if recent results were not in their favor, but we will not make the mistake to underestimate them on the results or judge them on the results. We have seen how good they are and how tight the results were. But at the end of the day, even if we know everything about them, it's like always about us. We like to make sure that we continue to play with the bravery and the enthusiasm which the players have, and obviously with the confidence as well, and with the aggression and the sharpness which they have to keep our run going. And this is exactly our aim, even if we know it. Borough away, it's always a difficult task for everyone.
Yeah, as you say, it is really, now, particularly this stage of the season, what you and your team do, but you've mapped it out there from where they were last season under Carrick, and really probably finished as the best informed side in the league last season, got into the playoffs, didn't quite get over that hurdle, but from that to this, can you see what might have changed, or is that just the Championship? You know, you go through those peaks and troughs.
Yeah, I think to be totally honest, everything what I say now will maybe not right because I'm not in this club. I don't know the details good enough. So this is why, to be totally honest, I can't answer this question seriously. What I see, what I've seen is that they had a great cup run, which automatically means a lot of midweek games as well. And now, yeah, they are not in the best mood results-wise for sure, but the team is still committed. This is what I've seen, and it's up to us to make sure that we perform on our biggest level. We know how a mood in a crowd can get affected by results as well when they are not in your favor, and we have to make sure that we do everything on our best and highest level defensively and especially in ball possession as well, because they have their threat, they have speed as well in their team, and we have to make sure that we perform on the level which we have done in recent weeks.
Would it be fair to say, though, you look at their goals for record compared to last season, and probably inevitably you lose players like Ramsey and Akpom and Archer, or they go back to their parent clubs, maybe they've not quite got that firepower. The goals for column would tell you that this season that they had last season.
Yeah, but if you look at their expected goals, you see that one of the reasons is only they were not clinical, not that they didn't create enough opportunities. So especially offensively, they have top quality. This is the truth. Maybe you don't see it in terms of the goals, but if you see their games in more detail, and this is obviously what we've done because it's our job, you see that they are offensively they are a threat.
Clearly, it isn't about what's happened previously, but the last time you went there, I mean, that must have been a fairly low period result for you in terms of your Norwich spell. What happened there last time you went there?
Correct. Obviously.
Especially at half time, I would imagine.
Yeah. No, listen, I think the truth is we all together know it's now a different period, a different team, which we have, what they have. It's a different mood, atmosphere, a different level of confidence as well. Yeah, but every game has to be played, and we know exactly how important the right mindset is, and I know that my team is desperate. They are very hungry, greedy to keep going. And obviously, this is what we like to show on Wednesday again. And we have to make sure that we are independent, and this is what the players have done very well in the past, to make us independent from our opponent. We respect, I hope everybody felt it, I respect Borough a lot, but we have to make sure, and this is what we've done very, very well, the players have done very, very well in the past, make us independent from the opponent, make us independent from do we play home or away, it's a midweek game or a weekend game, to make sure, come on, it's about us. Do everything what we speak about day in, day out, in training, in the video meetings, on the highest possible level, make sure everybody has his right position at the right moment, and then play with this fluidity and this bravery that everyone really likes to play football. And then we know as well we can be a decent side, and this is what the players have shown in the past, and we like to confirm this on Wednesday again.
You clearly, at this stage now, with what's ahead of you potentially, you don't need any extra motivation, and you may be too experienced, you've been around the block too long now, but when you've had an experience like the last time you went there, I mean, does it play any factor? Is any extra motivation?
A little bit, it's in the back of your head, yes, like it was when we played Sunderland, how we played there, like it was when we played Watford. We've spoken about this as well in before this game. Obviously, yeah, it's always a little bit in the back of your head. I have more, to be fair, not when we played them the last time away. I have more in the back of my head when we played them at home last time, Borough, where we were below par. They were better than us. They've beaten us, deserved. And obviously, it was a little bit the same when we've played Blackburn or, as I said, Watford, Sunderland. There were moments where we thought, okay, come on, give us an opportunity to correct something. And this is now the same against Borough. Again, a good side. We are aware about it, but we like to obviously show a different face to the face which we've showed when we met them, 4 months ago at home.
Yeah. Asked you about a Borough boy actually in your squad, Ben Gibson. Got a lot of plaudits for his performance on Saturday. We all know he's had a very tough period in terms of his family life. How pleased are you that he's rounding into that sort of level of form that everybody knows, and when he first came to the club, he was showing basically that level of performance?
Yeah, I think he in recent weeks or months has shown maybe a different style in his game. Very aggressive, very front foot defending, very brave. To give the opponent never a breather, rather than to be only this ball-playing centre half where everyone is speaking about. So he adds something different maybe to his game. This nastiness, this aggression, which you like to have from your centre half, especially if you like to be a front foot defending team. What we like to be, and he has done this and adapted extremely well in recent weeks. I think he deserves all the credit and the praise which he gets in the moment for this let's call it new style or adaptation which he got into his game. Still space for improvement, not a shadow of a doubt, but he made some big steps. Yeah, this is correct.
I mean, that's an interesting point. I mean, is that something you and your coaches have wanted him to add, that maybe that extra physicality that you wouldn't naturally associate with him as a ball-playing centre-back?
Yeah, but to be fair, we ask this to all of our centre-halves. This is, for example, why in our idea Kenny McLean or Lungi Sørensen is able to play as a centre-half as well, because on one side they can handle the ball, but on the other side they are brave enough to step into the midfield if needed, and to give the opponents not the chance to turn. And this is exactly what our centre halves get asked to, and this is why we are very happy to have this kind of centre halves in our squad as well.
Just one stock question on Josh Sargent. You're probably getting a bit tired of answering questions, but since the weekend,
never get tired to speak about Josh Sargent as long as he's healthy.
Yeah, but there's a lot of post Saturday, a lot of fans almost debating, where does he stand in the recent sort of timeline of Norwich strikers. Don't ask you that directly, but as a coach and forwards you've worked with, and it might be one about where he could get to in the game rather than where he is now, but of the ones you maybe worked with, where would you sort of place him, in terms of the potential?
Now I have to think about all the strikers which I've worked with, but for sure he ranks as a top 3, top 2, maybe the best one, because I said this, he's complete. I still think he is fitness-wise not on his top level, which he had after the preseason in the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, but he's on the way to do so. But it will never change that he is a complete striker with all the attributes which he has, and that we are very, very happy to have him, and that we are very happy that he does what you ask your strikers to do, to put the ball in the back of the net, first and foremost. But what makes him complete is that he has a tactical awareness for the game, not only in ball possession, without ball possession as well, and that he has the working attitude to do some hard yards for a striker as well if the opponent has the ball. And this is something which we can be very, very happy that our strikers, especially Barnsley and Josh, they are open for this, and they know how important this is. And if you have this in your team, this always helps you to keep your defensive shape. And if then they can put the ball in the back of the net, it makes it even better.
I just wanted to, as a follow-up, on the other striker you've got now available, Sydney. I mean, that was the longest you've been able to, or felt you wanted to get him into the pitch. Brought him on around about the hour mark Saturday. I mean, how is he now bedded into the group and the demands that you and the coaches are placing on him? Is he there now, do you feel?
Yeah, listen, I think everybody was able to see, or hopefully everybody was able to see that. I think tactically he is a smart guy. He knows what to do defensively and how we like to get our strikers into the game offensively as well. But to do so, you have to have a certain fitness level. And I said this, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Don't put this boy under too much pressure. Give him time, because fitness-wise, for sure, he has to improve. He has to adapt. He knows this. We know this. But I have a lot of trust and belief in him and in my fitness department as well, that in a few weeks he will be on the level that he can make a proper impact as well. And what is important is that we are all together on the same page. I had a conversation with him today again, with my fitness department as well. And we see what he's good at, and we see as well where he has to improve, and this is what we will do.
When you put him on in that situation on Saturday and played him up and in and around Josh, in terms of his natural attributes and how he might complement, I mean, do you feel there's a better blend there potentially with Josh or maybe with Ashley? Or
It's an interesting question, because he asked me the same question as well. What do I think? And to be fair, I said to him, and this is the answer to the question, he can play with all of them. He can play together with Gabi, together with Barney, together with Josh. This makes no difference for me, because they are all together smart and can occupy all the positions. We like to be quite fluid in this moment anyway. And as I said, for this, obviously, everybody has to have a certain fitness level, and this is a big advantage which the other three guys have. They have more or less a full season, a proper preseason as well, that they are able to that they are capable to deliver fitness-wise another level. But we have to make sure that it comes to this level as well.
A couple more if I can, David. It might sound like I'm going off on a tangent, but I think Mark Atanasio and his family were here on Saturday. I was just interested if you had an opportunity to maybe catch up with them at all.
Yeah, we had a chat in the manager office after the game. Obviously, was his first win, he told me, which was quite important for him personally, that he has more bravery to come next time, as we all together who work in this business. He is superstitious as well, and now at least he put this to bed as well. So it was a very, very good afternoon for him as well. But
nice to see him, obviously. I mean, it's with the distance, it's probably not that easy, but when he is here, it's nice to have that touch point.
Yeah, but even if there is a distance, I always have the feeling he's close and tight. I've seen him, I think, now in the last 8 months 3 times face to face, and obviously with Zoom calls or phone calls, the world isn't as big as it sometimes seems to be. But as I said, I sat together with him, I think, in the last 8 weeks 3 times, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah, and just on a final one, I mean, you said immediately after the game Saturday that was a start. That win against Sunderland was the start of an interesting week. Obviously, you meaning Borough, you meaning Rotherham. I was just interested, are you and your coaches maybe internally now at this stage? Are you sort of grouping games together, looking at points, benchmarking against maybe historically what you need to? It's just game by game.
Yeah, to be fair, we are aware about the stats. What is it? Now I say I'm aware. I think 74 points or whatever is the average for the playoffs. If I'm right, I'm not sure if I'm right. So I've heard it in the manager office, obviously, that there's a certain calculated number, but because it's only average, we don't know if it's the truth. This is why I always say it makes not a huge sense to take too much attention to this number, but what makes absolutely sense is be focused on the next one, and this is how we've dealt with it in the past, and we will do in this week. So Rotherham plays 0 apart at the minute. It's all about Borough, and there we like to prepare our team, and we will do that. They can be on their best, and then obviously, like always, there's a moment where the guys cross a white line, and then they should execute the game plan as they've done in the past. Very, very good, with a lot of emotion and passion and desire. And if we do so, I think we at least have a chance. And like always in life, you always like to have a chance.
Thanks, Dave. Good luck Wednesday.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks, Paddy.